So we just trying to figure things out. We trying to get things back in original order and stuff. So just want to thank everybody who's supporting me and stuff. And we just trying to get this popping, get this on the road. So let me bring her in here. Uh, really been a crazy, crazy day. But I believe that we gonna have a great show because I really wanted to do this show today. So I'm bringing her back in here. Hopefully things will go right. I'm mad at you.
Okay, I'm good. I got it now.
Okay. So, how you been? How you been doing?
Oh shoot. So listen, I am doing great. As you can see, I'm trying to get my life in order right now because I had a self-care day, and that day consisted of working out. Um, I went out to one of these little nice sports bars here in Texas, where I currently reside. And yeah, I was just talking to people and enjoying life, being my free self. And then so where I live at, they had a pool party,
Mhm.
and I picked my son up, and I'm like, hey, let's go to this pool party because I was waiting around
Yeah.
until the show started, right? Right.
Uh-huh.
So I'm out here talking to this young group of people, and we're talking about like politics, Trump, just different things to do, young people, and I'm pouring into them and they pouring into me. And I'm looking at the time like, oh my God, it is bro, I gotta go. I'm supposed to be on the podcast. So I promise to God from the bottom of my heart, I apologize because I value people's time because I know how important that is. And I promise you it was not my intention.
Well, it's all good because like I'm not the type of person that's um crazy and stuff like that. I realize that people are human, things come up, but I have faith in you.
Now you know what? You can't be too nice. You gotta be hard on me. Cause if it was me, like I would be a little hard on you, like, bro, like you should have been more responsible. You should have set a reminder on your phone to let you know, boom, you got 10 minutes to get to where you need to go because you finna be on this show and this is a part of this person's, passion. You're passionate about it. This is something that's valuable to your life. So this is me convicting myself, even though I know you like, it's okay, but I have to hold myself accountable. So this is me holding myself accountable.
Hey, be happy that you did that. Some people play victim and
I
then
no.
no type of explanation, no type of acknowledgement. So I commend you for that, for even reaching back and admitting it to me, because so many people had supposed to came on the show and nothing. No, I'm sorry. Um, could we do this another time? They just act like I didn't promote them and was telling them and reminding them or anything like that. So I even commend you for that. I give you your flowers with that, just to show that you respect my time because
Yeah,
people don't respect other people's time.
I really feel bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have to do something for you. Like if I gotta see you, listen. If I send you a Zelle, or like I need you to go and get whatever it is I'm sending you that Zelle for. Like it could be lunch, dinner. You can have a nice little chilled cocktail at home or whatever of your preference. But like I have realized in time, like in today's, I guess throughout a lot of transitioning and things in my life,
Hmm.
like you have to value people's time because time is borrowed, and every minute, every second is accounted for. So, like, value people's time, like, respect people's time the way that I would want you to respect mine. So that's all it is. Like, I know you probably like, it's okay, things happen, but no, no, I
Yeah,
get
I get it.
it, but no, no. Like, you work hard for your platform, and you invite people on here, and you get people here, and you know, people get to get exposed, and you get to talk about things that mean something to the world and may touch lives of other people. No, that's not acceptable. But this is me holding myself accountable because that's what I'm going to do, because that's what I'm led to do.
Yeah.
Hey.
And Kevin Samuels will be so proud of you.
You know, because I'm the type of person Kevin Samuels will be like, you know what, I'm going to give her a ring because she understands. You feel me? She ain't no bitter
Yeah,
black woman. She understands.
yeah. And it's just so crazy because he been gone just this long. And I go back and watch him. I go back and revisit his content a whole lot. And a lot of times he wasn't even being rude until people got rude with him.
Yeah.
And and I learned that because I sit here and absorb so many different energies.
Right.
A- And that could take a toll on a person if that person is being fair.
Right.
You know, he didn't have to do that. And just the fact of how people celebrated his demise like that, but when people who are like so-called terrorists and so-called killers and so-called Klansmen and this
Hi,
and that,
cousin. I'm listening to you. I got you.
they get all the support. You know, they get protesters at their um, executions. But this man, all he did was tell the truth and
Hold people
hold people
accountable.
accountable.
He told them
And
the uncomfortable truth that they got mad at because people don't know how to tell people the truth no more because they want to be validated and accepted. And I don't care. I'm gonna speak the truth. I don't care about what nobody has the authority to put me into the pits of hell but the man above. How about that?
no doubt, no doubt. And I do too. You know, be I ain't gonna say I'm cautious, but I would say that I am reminded that even the stuff that I say about our people don't like that. You know, they don't want to change. It's because with change, it comes a sacrifice. So you have to give up something in order for the betterment for our communities. But our communities are so flawed to the point
Oh my
of,
God.
can we really come to an impasse? Can we come to a solution? Because everybody wants to be right. Everybody can't lead. You know what I'm
It's what
saying?
they say. It's too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Correct.
And I promise you, I just had a conversation with the young people about that. And I told them that I'm realizing that the mindset, your mind is a beautiful thing. And for the lack of knowledge, people are destroyed. And I guess for me, the more that I feed and nourish my mind, the more my eyes become open and more clear to what's going on around me. And I begin to learn and um, uproot trauma, and I begin to master every situation in my life based off of my mindset. And people are so still stuck in this slave mentality way of thinking that they don't understand the power that they hold deep down on the inside. Oh my God. It's just today has, you know what? Don't even buy me if I get to be like, oh my God, this is confirmation, because I swear today has been a very empowering day. When I say with strangers,
Hmm.
like from just me getting out the house, like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna go to happy hour and I'm gonna have me a nice frozen margarita and I'm gonna go eat me some good food, and somebody sitting on the side of me and I'm like, hey, is someone sitting right here? No, no. And I'm drinking and I'm enjoying my vibe by myself. I'm mastering my situation, my aloneness.
Hmm.
And this person just gradually starts talking to me and we talking, and he's 27, I'm 38, and he's dropping gems on me. And I'm like, keep talking, young buck. You 27, but I'm learning something from you. Like, I'm not too old to where I can't be open to learn things from younger people. And not only that, me and my son, we sitting at the pool, and then there's some more young people out there talking, and we just talking about so many things that's just in alignment with what's going on with each other in our lives in the world. And it's just like, oh my God, when you meet people that's on the same frequency as you, like, oh my God, it's a powerful thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting excited right now. Like my heart is pumping out my chest because I be excited. I am so excited with people who mind have elevated.
Hmm.
I cannot be around folks that don't have no substance. Cause like to me, like, bro, you just dumb. You stuck in whatever year that you was stuck in. Like, I can't vibe with you. Like, no. And it's not that I feel like I'm better than, but it's more so like people don't want, like you said, nobody wants to sacrifice. Nobody want to put in the work. You don't want to pick up a book. You don't want to read. You don't want to do no research. Like, how do you plan to grow? Like it's like a plan. You get this pot and you put the dirt in there, and you put the seeds in there, or whatever. However I ain't no gardener. I don't know the process to it, but you get the pot, you put the dirt in there, you put the plants in there, whatever you want, and then you water it. You put it in some sunlight, and and you nourish it, and you talk to it, and it grows. But some people just want the pot, and they want the dirt in there, and they want to put the seeds in there, and they think they don't have to do nothing else. Like, oh, well, God gonna take care of it. God ain't gonna do nothing because you're not putting in no work,
Hmm.
and that's how people mind is. You're not putting in any work, so how do you expect your mind to expand? How do you expect your mind to go to a deeper level? Like, I swear, like today's time that we living in just let me know, like, man, people is really lost, and it really breaks my heart. I promise you, like, it breaks my heart so much to see how lost people is. I'm like, dang, that's sad.
Let's revisit to the comment of what you said. Like, I don't think I'm better than this person, but okay, let's bring her back. I thank y'all for watching. Where did she go? She probably had a call. I was really enjoying this. Hey sis, man, your cousin gone. I'm trying to bring her back. She left. She left. Okay. Oh my God.
This why I need a laptop. I should have put this on a laptop because this iPhone is not. You know what? Next time I'm put you on my laptop.
Yes, please. No, I'm just playing. No, but let's revisit to what you had said about I don't think I'm better than anybody, but we are and you are, because I have no problem with saying that I'm better than anybody who refuse to change because you're mute. You're mute now.
He calling me. Yeah, okay, don't call me, cousin. I'm on the.
Okay,
I'm.
okay. No, but I have went under so much scrutiny just from people that like I see every day because they don't understand this metamorphosis that I had reached.
Mm-hmm.
Because they still look at me as the person that they have always known or just have that limited um, access. So
Mm-hmm.
they don't see the behind the scenes stuff. They only see what I show them. So
Mm-hmm.
they just like, dang, Will, like, what happened to you and stuff? And you don't be out, you don't be doing this, you don't be doing that, you don't be out in the streets and stuff like that. I ain't telling them, like, look, I'm almost 40. I can't be out playing around
You is
and
not almost 40. You like 33.
I'm 36. I'll be 37. You
Oh.
don't you didn't know that?
No, I thought you was like 35.
Oh, okay. Well, I keep the 35. No, but it's just um you should see just so many dudes. I be all clicked up like it's the NWO or DX and stuff like that, and I can't be like that. You know, if anything, like I'm popular by all means, but
Right.
I'm also in tune with myself. You know, I have things that I keep to myself. You know that I am passionate of because I'm gonna get laughed at about that. If I tell everybody that I'm a wrestling fan, I enjoy it. I enjoy
Listen,
watch.
I used to watch WCW every Monday night.
Yes, yes,
WWF. Okay, I'm a wrestler friend too. Hold on, did you see Hulk Hogan at the NRC,
yes,
RNC or whatever?
yeah.
He's
Showing his
like,
ass off. Yeah,
I'm gonna
crazy.
something fucking kill you. I'm like, if you don't sit your old deflated,
Yeah, you like 70, man. Ain't nobody checking out you like that. This is crazy. No, but yeah, I'm a real geek. I'm a real nerd. Like I used to watch, well, I still watch anime and read comic
I
books
never watched
and stuff.
anime.
You say you
I,
never?
I don't think you're a geek for that, but I've never watched anime. But I've heard so many people say that they watch anime. I'm like, what is that?
Oh wow. Well, you missing out. It's the best.
So is that like
Uh,
Boondocks,
Well,
but not ghetto?
yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
okay.
Yeah, you would like some. You know what I'm saying? I I just really just enjoy just because I'm a big kid at heart, you know what I'm saying? Because even though everybody just feel like that, they don't have to admit that because they want to be cool, they want to impress people, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
either.
I'm just very in tune with myself. That's why I'm the coolest uncle ever because I can get down with my nieces and my nephew level as far as like fun and be playing and stuff like that. It just be so many uptight people. And I just think that once everybody be
Because
themselves, they can
nobody's
breathe.
in their own lane. They too busy trying to be followers of the little imps that's put in the
Mm.
world. They don't have their own identity. They have to be accepted and validated by society. And this world don't give a fuck about none of that. Period.
No, hell no. And it just be a whole lot of um I would call them leeches, bloodsuckers, vampire. Well, I would say human vampires because
Identity thieves.
yes, and 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 I just remember we was speaking about just our past relationships and how we well was introduced to people like that and when you're a man they don't think that you could be abused because we supposed to take it. We supposed to just shut up and allow ourselves to be victimized and stuff like that. Because there's some women that will hit you like with no
And
caution.
you thought, don't hit a woman. Don't never put your hands on a woman, but she could slap the
Shit.
hell out of you.
No,
You
they
want to know
punching.
something?
They
That's
throwing bows.
horrible.
Yeah, they throwing bows.
I
Like,
can say, I'm not even gonna lie. I can honestly say that once upon a time, I thought allowing somebody to verbally abuse you and physically abuse you was love because I didn't know another way. And I believe that growing up and not having a present father in my life
hmm
or a consistent male, uh, um, let me see, the figure of a father in my life,
hmm
and it didn't have to be a biological. I feel like sometimes, and I can only speak from my own experience, I feel like as women, we go out looking for love and we don't understand what healthy relationships look like,
hmm
and we think that's normal. And then when you got this social media influence that's letting you know, like, oh, I'm toxic and toxic is love. That is not love. That is dysfunctional as hell. That's not love. That's not healthy boundaries. That's not learning how to communicate effectively. A man calling you a B word is not love, because once upon a time in my life, I hung around a lot of men and they were my bros, and I
Hmm.
was really cool with them and they took care of me, and they'd be like, "Oh, what's up, B?" I can't. I'm working on my cursing, so excuse me if I don't really say the word, but y'all get my lingo.
Oh, it's
So,
all good.
like, I pull up on the block. I'm young. I'm fresh out of high school. I got a little child. So I'm, these guys are people that love me, but them calling me a B word was like, that's love to me. Like, oh, what's up, sis? What's up, B?
You're mute.
Sorry. I was
You
working
good?
at Wolverine.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not gonna forget this. I think I was 23, and I met this guy, and I was married to him for 2 years. But I met this guy, and another guy that I was good friends with worked there, and we was working at the same campus. And I came to work, and he was like, "What's up, B?" And then the guy that I was dating at the time had took me to the side, and he corrected him for calling me out my name, because at that time we were dating. And he said something to me first, and I said, "Oh no, that's my bro. Like, that ain't nothing." And he was like, "You don't ever allow a man to call you a B word. Like, that's never cool. That's not acceptable."
No.
And it took for that person at 23 years old to tell me, I don't know what in my mind even allowed me to think that that was okay. But it took for that man to come into my life to tell me, you don't never allow a man to call you out your name, or don't never. So you want to know what? From that point on forward, I never allowed, it was never comfortable for a man to call me a B word. And guess what? It came to the point where it disgusted me so much that it became a trigger. So in relationships moving forward, if I had like a argument with somebody I dated and they called me a B word, I was ready to fight. And it became physical, because one thing I said, don't ever call me a B word. But it took for a man to come into my life to tell me, you don't allow no person, I don't care if it's a female, man, whoever it is, don't never allow nobody to call you a B word. And that word became disgusting to me, and it became a trigger. And I realized that, and it devalued me as a woman, as a person. But I didn't know any better, because nobody ever taught me that. So now, if somebody called me a B word, I'll be ready to fight. Where you at? Because I'm gonna break your neck.
Yeah, and that's not how men approach women. That's not masculine whatsoever. Like, I wish I would just run up on a chick or just my female friend and then say, "What's up, B?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how men conduct themselves.
Right.
Because I hate using that word, because if anything, you're a person, and I always acknowledge anybody. I even hate the N word a whole lot, but a lot of people refer to themselves. It's not what you are, it's what you answer to. So if you answer that, then you have no type of value. If
Mm-hmm.
you respond in a way, just like you said, it should make you feel disgusted. And I be feeling disgusted when I see on social media every day, oh, these niggas ain't, and all that, and I'm just like, first of all, like, have you met every on the planet before you even come to that conclusion and stuff like that? And what kind of that's you choosing to even say that, because it's making yourself look bad. And because I was taught, because I was raised by my single mother, so I was raised thinking that every female was a queen, treat them with love and care and respect and this and that. And I grew up and had to experience a lot of, and
You know
that,
what? Listen, just because I'm working on my profanity, you okay?
okay. Well, I had to grow up, and I ran across some bitches, some hoes who didn't care about anybody but themselves, and who was hell bent of destroying someone's reputation, destroying someone's livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
And my ex was a huge bitch because
You
she,
said you.
yeah, she cheated on me with my best friend. I didn't think I was gonna find out. And what people fail to realize is that experience prepares
Lord have
you
mercy.
for another experience. So when you had ignored red flags before, you will see them the next time and you will act on those red flags because you know what happens when you don't. So,
You want to know something
yeah,
that hit my soul when you said your girlfriend cheated on you with your friend.
yeah. It's, you know what I'm saying? Because I would
I
have
was
had,
married
okay.
for 2 years,
Hmm.
and I was friendly with my husband because I was a confident woman,
Hmm.
and I allowed my, my life to be too. I allowed people to have too much access to my inner world with my man,
Ooh.
and a cousin of mine slept with my husband. He was my husband at the time. So when men tell me that they woman cheating on them with a cousin or a friend or something, like somebody close to you, like a brother or something, like, ooh, it 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 just it drops my spirit, because how can somebody, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I made the best decisions in my life, but at the end of the day, like, I could feel I could feel that pain that a person had to endure going through something like that. And I don't know, that just got my heart fluttering a little bit, like, whew, sheesh, that took me to a place in my life that was so dark for so long. And when you said you got to learn from your stuff, listen, I was in a dark place for, I'm going to say, at least 3 to 4 years. And I'm not going to say that I'm still not dealing with the residue of that hurt, because
Hmm.
it's something that happened. Now I'm learning to uproot the trauma so I don't allow it to hinder me from whatever that's meant for me moving forward. And I feel like going through that affected relationships in my life, and it taught me too, don't be so friendly with your man with other women. People can laugh in your face and they can do this, but you don't give people access to your livelihood like that. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
people will laugh in your face and they be around you and they want to praise you for, oh, you're all so great together, you all look so good together, and he does this for you and blah 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 blah. But sometimes females be, listen, know the difference between when people praying for you or praying on you. That's a big
Yeah.
difference. A
Yeah.
lot of people be praying on your lifestyle, and then the crazy thing is that bothers me is a person can look at you and think everything is so great, but they don't understand like the battles that you endure behind the scenes. And a lot in social media and things like that, nobody wants to show the good and the ugly, the good,
No.
bad, and ugly. Nobody wants to show the horrible, the the arguments, the fights, the days sleeping in the same household and not humping on each other, or nobody want to see, nobody show all that stuff. They only show what look good.
Of course. Of course. Because they just want that fix, that instant gratification. And it just it was tough because I know universally that it project with women how y'all get your heart broken and how y'all deal with the pain and this and that. But us as men, when you're a prisoner in your own home, because it's premeditated, because they got to break you down emotionally, mentally, physically before it becomes psychological. And I literally watched this girl disrespect me. She didn't have to pay one bill. And people always want to say that we afraid to commit. We're not afraid to commit, but we hurt. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's the type of pain that's not being televised. It's how we deal with being portrayed
Right.
like that. Because it could have been a stranger. I would have felt a lot better if she would have got the mailman. You know what I'm saying? I would have felt great if it was the UPS or FedEx man. But my closest road dog, like you did this on purpose. Like you evil. You know what I'm saying? So it just layers to certain things that because now I'm afraid to like anyone really get close to me like that. If I don't
So
have like no history,
yeah.
oh go ahead.
No, keep going. Because I wasn't gonna ask you a question, but I'm gonna let you finish.
No, but if I don't have no history with you, like if I don't have like a 5, 10, 15 year history, I'm gonna be very skeptical. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, who sent you? What you
Right.
here for? What you want? How much money you need, and this and that. Because all we looked at as ATM machines, we're not looked at as souls. And a lot of us are lost souls, and it just be crazy because everybody always asks me, well, why you don't have any children? You this old, but you don't have no family. Something wrong with you? And a lot of it, and it's crazy, and it's really crazy, right? And so I tell them like my reasoning behind it, and they be like, "Oh, damn, that's deep." So there's a lyric that Tupac said. He said that he's scared to drop the seed, hoping that he haven't cursed his babies, and I feel like that all the time because of how I was raised and how I was abandoned by my father
But
for
you a better
25
man than your
years.
father.
Of course. But it just really be triggering how people who don't know the full story just be like, hey, you spoke to your father. Oh, you need to forgive your father. You need to do this. You need to do that. But nobody was telling this nigga this when he was abandoning us.
Mhm.
Nobody was telling him, like, you need to be there for your kids. Your son misses you. When the last time you talked to your son? And I just remember just like going through things and being put on the back burner because he would rather raise somebody else's kids instead of his own kids. And I was really like hurt just being 31 years old because when he did come back into my life for 25 years and he had relapsed. And then when he relapsed, it was just like he couldn't pretend anymore.
Mhm.
So I remember he told this to my face. We was in the garage at my mother's house, and he told this to my face, and he told me, "I wish you, you were never born. You, you were a mistake." And at 31 years old, I was just like, "Okay, well, too late, nigga." You know what I'm saying? But it's just that alone because it was just like,
So when he said that, how did that make you feel?
oh shoot, it was just like, okay, well, thank you for finally giving me confirmation to what I already knew. Because if you wanted me here, you would have did your full duties. Because we isn't asked to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We learn to adapt in society,
Right.
and we can't change anything that we have experienced. We can only learn, and I learned just not to bring kids into the world
If you
if
ain't ready to take care of your responsibility,
absolute
period.
absolutely because I'm a very responsible person and I want all my children to be made with love, not with lust. So I want to be in love with the woman who's going to bear my children because a lot of kids are being born off sneaky links, off one night stands, and that's not fair because kids gonna ask questions. questions. They go be like, so what it was like when I was born? And how you gonna say just
Girl,
uh
I was the side piece to your daddy. We was getting it
yeah,
in, girl.
or just like
Or
one
I
night.
was off that. I was off that perky or that Casamigos.
Yes, and it just kind of be like kind of weird. Be like, well, I was being thirsty, and I inboxed your mama, and she accepted, and I gave her the addy, and she had pulled up, and we had got it in and stuff like that, and there you go, we conceived you. But
It's,
I want a better story to give all my kids someday
and you do
when
have a
they
better
ask me.
story to give your kids because look at you now.
Yeah, I
Like you
do.
weren't a product of your environment. That's the best gift ever.
Absolutely. And it just was like I wanted this so badly. And I just wanted to just make sure that, because I never thought people would be looking up to me. I never thought I would be that guy that people find appealing, and in most cases threatening, because I'm marching to beat on my own drum. And yes, I misunderstood a whole lot because I had been through a lot of real shit to be fake with
Right.
people. I don't ask anybody to fuck with me. I damn sure don't ask anybody to ride my wave, but I do be honest. Have been very true to everything that I spoke about just from day one, because I wanted to talk and tell people about what I've been through, my story with what it's like to grieve and be depressed, to lose everything, to be betrayed and this and that, but also just meet some stars and celebrities along the way, but also to keep the same objective. And because I just think that you never really stay how you begin, but you also just make sure that you remain uh, humble with it. Because people who's like outsiders and stuff like that, who watch your success and watch your growth or just whatever you do, they pretty much, try to diminish your essence,
Right.
trying to change your mindset and trying to create this egotistical person. And I tell everybody, like, yes, it was cool talking to this man or talking to this lady, but I'm back to doing me.
Right.
And I can hold it down alone, but I just love to give people just that satisfaction that you didn't get rid of me.
Right.
I'm still here. I'm still standing. And it wasn't a phase. It was um, commitment. It was something that I had to do because I can't be nothing else.
But
You know what
yourself.
I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. Or be anything else because I have a plan. So until I get to where I need to go, I'm going to stay at my job because I love to cook. I love to have people eat my food, eat
Okay,
my dishes
homeboy
and stuff.
RD. What you going?
Yeah.
You can send me something down here to Texas. Cause you know what, down here the barbecue sucks. It's brisket and smoked everything, and I don't like it. I mean, brisket great, but sometimes you be wanting some good old nice Michigan
Oh,
ribs.
oh man, you having that wrong brisket. That brisket, I would say like the best brisket is on the East Coast, like in New York, because I had some when I lived in New York. It was the best.
You know
New
what?
York has some good
I don't ever
food.
plan on I don't ever plan on visiting Saginaw, but maybe in the near future if I ever come. It's one place that I do want to visit. It's really hard because it's in Saginaw, and I always be looking at people eat Robbie D food, and I'm like, ooh, that burger looks so good. Ooh, the wings look so good. Ooh, that catfish looks so good, and I'd be like, but I just can't go to Saginaw. It's
You know,
traumatizing to me, and my
yeah.
spirit won't allow me to go back to that place because it was a very dark place the last time I visited. So, nothing to the people that live there. That's just something that I um experienced for myself based off of my own grief And yeah, I don't know, Robbie. Do you gonna have to launch out here in Texas if you need a spot to come and set up at? You know, I got you, bro.
Yeah, you know, I used to work there. I used to cook the food too.
Man, listen. When I be seeing them burgers though, like, bro, I be like, oh my goodness.
Oh,
Like, I always be looking at his social media and I look how good his food. I'm like, dang, that looks so good. But I just can't go back to second on. Like, maybe if he was in Detroit, I might catch him on the food truck or something. But yeah, that's the only way I might ever get to experience Robbie D's anything.
yeah, um I will show this clip to him. I'm gonna just piece it together on this particular section. But yeah, I have a story. It was funny because while I was working there and stuff, it was closing time. So we was like closing down the truck and stuff like that. So I forgot I left my food on the ground. And this food ran over my food. I was so sick.
You left it on the ground.
No, because we was closing, so we had to put everything
Oh
away, the
yeah, yeah,
grills
yeah,
and
yeah.
the tanks and all that. Man, I was so sick, and everybody was just laughing. Everybody was just cracking up, and I was like, oh, gosh, you know. But it was a nice experience. I learned so much from him and stuff like that because he taught me a lot how to be an entrepreneur, how to be my own boss and stuff.
That's
And
good.
I learn from people who's already in those positions. I don't just take advice from just anybody, but I learn, and I was just really studying his work ethic because one thing about him, he get it
He
in.
Mexican,
You know, it's
bro. He got some good work
oh,
ethics.
oh yeah, yeah. But also it's just I've been hearing that all day. But I feel like this. I feel like
I'm just joking. That
no.
was just me saying that because I work a lot. I mean, in Texas, you got Mexicans all over the place. They rebuild in Texas, so they be some hard working people, and they do not care about no weather. They don't care about what's going on in the world. They finna make their money for sure.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. But also it's just, we built this country.
So
Everything
it was a. Have you ever watched this show called It's on Hulu. It's a show with a family and the
blackish.
father. Who?
You talking about blackish?
No, it was another one where where the family had this like certain like so many acres of this land,
Mm,
and they was fighting to keep the land. Oh, I forgot that movie. I forgot it was a series. Oh my god, it was so good. I can't even
yeah.
remember it.
Well, let me know. You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
have
So
to
I can
send
check
it
it
to
out.
you. But what you just said that you said black people built the land, right?
Yeah, we did.
So it was a lady, she was going to this Hispanic culture and she was trying to get their votes to keep a like so many acres that her dad had worked hard for to keep. I don't know, he was like a sharecropper or something like that. But dang, Queen of South. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, of course.
With the light skinned lady and the brother named Ralph Angel. You remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
So when you just said that, she said black people built the land, but the man said that black people built the land, but the Hispanic people maintain it. And I really believe that in this day and age because you see a lot of Mexican people out here like working hard. Like when I say, if you ever visit, have you ever visited Texas?
no, but
When I
I
tell you
go ahead. Sorry.
construction on every freeway, housing, mansions, whatever. Like you see nothing but Mexican people. Like I don't see not a white person out there, not a black, not an Indian, not an Asian, or whatever. It's all Mexicans. So I don't know. I believe it's some truth to that. Like I feel like they out
Yeah,
here getting it, like getting it for
yeah.
real.
No, I just I just don't like buy that because it's like we was forced off our lands because a lot of people don't know that we had so many all black towns, all black cities and stuff like that. So it was just like so many false allegations that took place, and they needed an excuse to come and kill us and lynch us and confiscate our lands. And there's so many stories of black people who being accused of sexual assault, rape, and this and that, and the whole town would gather up and it become an angry mob, and they will kill hundreds of us and will run us out of town. And so many stories in the South, so many stories out west, so many stories, shit, even in Michigan that happened to. And a lot of people don't know, you know what I'm saying? That it was just so many victims of lynches and stuff like that. And that's why it's so many of Mexicans and so many immigrants that come over here because they letting them in right now. Like you could, like if you was a migrant or if you was an immigrant, it would be so easy now because border control not only leaving the door open for you, but they're giving you free subsidies, they're giving you free health care, they're giving you free everything. They're giving you allowance
I
to
did read into
begin.
that.
Yes.
I think was that in
So
Chicago or New York?
that's everywhere right
Mm.
now. Everywhere. And then just the reparations
But
thing,
it
right?
costs so it's like so it's like they don't really pay them a lot as far as like labor and stuff to like for jobs and stuff. They don't really care about the pay rate or nothing. They just out there trying to make whatever money they can to take care of their families.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is that they trying to replace us because they know who we truly are. They know that we the real inhabitants of this land. We didn't come from no Africa and stuff like that.
African American.
But that term is only 35, 36 years old. And
My
we're
grandfather used to get mad at me when I used to say I'm black. And you know the
yeah.
color of your shirt. He used to come next to me, and you see this guy. He was black, so I would have like something like this on, maybe a shirt or something. He be like, "You are an Israelite." And he looked at, "You see that color right there? That's black. That is not the color of your skin. You are an American."
but
And
he
my
but he was
grandfather
right
be
though.
on it. I be like, "Granddad, okay, golly, I would never say black. I'm
But
not
you
black." So people like, "Are you black? You're a black American." I'm like, "No, I'm an American."
but they both right. But you right and your grandfather was right because a whole lot of people really doesn't know because this educational system really had what's that called, indoctrinated us into believing that the slave trade happened the way that it did, that we was on a boat. Nobody has came from a boat except the other people, but we have been here thousands and thousands of years.
And you
And,
want to know something? In college, I took a class. It was called the African American Experience class.
oh damn, that sounds indoctrination.
And you want to know
Indoctrinated.
something?
Yeah.
That class was 6 weeks. And I promise you, I had to literally, like, really, like, redirect my mind to be able to sit through the class. And not only that, we had a white professor. How you gonna have a white professor talking to me about the history of my ancestors? And not only that, like when I tell you, it was so hard. Like it upset me every single day that I went to that class. And it didn't take till I went to college to really have knowledge of Black Wall Street and how black people had their own land and they had acres and they had their own doctor's offices and they didn't sell land to anyone that was non-black and how they reproduced with their own kind and all these things, and it was just such a prospering culture to where white America attacked them and burned down everything that these people worked hard for,
Hmm.
and they never recovered from that. But nobody
Yeah, and
ever talk about that.
oh, I talk about that a lot. I tell everybody that it was like 66 Black Wall Streets.
I told my son that he did that as a senior project.
Mm-hmm.
And I had told him that because I did that as a research paper when I was in college and I had to present it to the class. And it was so crazy because not even my professor knew about that. So I did my research paper on Black Wall Street, and it really made me like really dig into everything and how it was, and like the acres and just how prospering how it was just as a black community, and it was thriving to the point where nobody could make it off of them because they was doing their own thing. They was in their own world and they had their own stuff, and people just was like, no, this cannot happen. They was like dominant, powerful people. Like, if we understand the power that we have in this world and come together and get rid of all this ignorant way of thinking, bro, do you understand what we could do? The movement that we would have in the world, like, bro, it's just so crazy. And my son, he did that as a senior project, and he told me about it. And he said, "Ma, you know my teacher never said anything to me about that paper." I said, "Because he's not. He'll never tell you anything about that.
No, of
That's
course not.
something that he didn't want you to know about. He didn't want you to have any knowledge about because they don't talk about that Black History Month. They want to talk about Rosa Parks sat on the bus and she didn't want to get up and she got kicked off the bus and she's and Harriet Tubman and nobody want to keep hearing that bull and Martin Luther King. I had a dream.
Yeah, it is funny. It's funny that you say Dr. King, because Dr. King, like the last 2 years of his life, they don't publicize is that he was going after these corporations and these conglomerates who were making and generating billions and billions of dollars a year because he went against the grain because the civil rights movement was a ploy to allow us to integrate so they can get the economy up to par because they realized that we had the most spending power because we do. We still have the most spending power of everybody because we buy all this unnecessary shit because we want to impress people. You know what I'm saying? And for people to say that we the poorest, we sure have a lot of shit that we don't need. So
I
if it,
went to a Chinese restaurant last week, and me and my mom went, and it was like a seafood place. And you know, like Arabs and Chinese people, they be having these chicken and fish places that they sell and they make it fresh, whatever. So I
uh,
go up in there and I get some catfish, and the man being rude. Cause in the midst of that, my sister was like, "Hey, blah blah blah, I need you to do something for me, blah blah." So I'm looking at my text message as I'm trying to like pay for my
mhm.
order. So he became like very kind of like rude. And when I say rude, he kind of like walked off because I was taking my time. So I said, "Are you being rude?" He's like, "No, I'm not being rude. I'm not being rude." I said, "Yes, you are. Because one thing you need to understand is I'm a customer and you need to treat me right. You need to treat me with kindness because you know what? If you don't, I can take my money across the street to the Hispanic people and I'll go eat over there." He's like, "No, I'm not being rude." But it's like, even somebody had made a post like weeks ago and saying like a Chinese people was like kind of didn't offer them services because they didn't leave a tip or something like that. And then there was like other black people talking about something, "Oh well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see if they do that to me." Like, y'all be so bruh. Like, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see if they do that to me because they never did that to me. Like, so you think this person just gonna make that up? And it just be so much like stupid stuff going on in the world. Like, you know what? This is why I be kind of like isolated off to myself. Like, just being connected to people and having a group of friends and females and all this stuff, being around all these different like groups of people. It's just like it's draining. Like people minds is like really, really like retardation. Your IQ levels is so low. Like nobody just think with their own mindset. Like it's just so like, oh bro, it's draining. Like I would rather just be in my own lane. Like for real. Like I don't even care. I don't care what nobody got going on. I don't care what nobody doing in their life. I don't care what your mama doing, your daddy doing, your kids doing, who got this business, who got this hairline. I don't care because I move to my own beat. I sing to my own
Mm-hmm.
tune. It's just a lot of weird stuff going on in the world. And like I was listening to an interview the other day, and mind you, I lately I've been like trying to just do a lot more reading and stuff, and I try to listen to like inspirational things. I don't like watch a lot of TV. I don't sit up and watch series. I don't judge people who do that. That's just not my thing. It's like what I'm choosing to entertain for myself and my mental. It just don't make sense to me. I don't like watching stuff that just don't nourish me as a person. And I was watching this interview. Let me tell you, don't go and look for that dude who killed Pop Smoke and go interview him on 1804 show, okay? Did you watch that interview
Um,
on YouTube?
yeah, yeah. It was demonic.
I'm just thinking about this. Like, not only is it sad that this person took somebody's life, but on top of that, you got people interviewing this person like that's like who just talk who in their right mind want to talk to somebody about how they the death of somebody, they taking somebody's life, and then not only that, like this be like, I don't care, I ain't sorry for it. Like it's sad to see that somebody lost their life, and then you finna lose yours because you just don't have no type of value of life whatsoever. You just want to be out here smoking weed, and it's so sad to see the young generations, bro, so lost. And then you got these grown men. Instead of y'all trying to mentor and nourish these young men into like trying to deprogram them to learn like different ways of life, a productive way of life. Like, ain't nobody telling you go out there and get a job. Like, it's something that's like of substance about you that you could kind of like. I don't know. It's just people like, well, I mean, you gotta understand, he came from this place, blah blah blah. It's like people pacify your ignorance, and I'm sick of it. I hate it with a passion. Like,
Yeah,
I
me
hate
too.
it. And y'all sit up here and y'all keep on thinking that it's okay for people to keep killing each other. Y'all keep thinking it's okay for people to keep losing their children, their fathers, their daughters. And it's sickening. And it's become a norm. And it's so putting people on a t-shirt is never should be a norm. Balloon releases should never be a norm. Like this shit is so beyond just disgusting to me. Like I hate it with a passion. I don't like watching stuff on social media and people like people crying out for their loved ones because they got killed due to violence, the violent act of somebody else being ignorant. Like, come on now, like, come on, we got to do better. But then we got all this stuff going on in the world, right? But we got a racist president up in here trying to push an agenda on the world to cancel out people that don't look like him, but ain't nobody talk about that. But y'all want to talk about the stuff that don't matter.
Yeah, and I would say I'll say this, and I know it's going to probably offend people, but I don't
I
care.
don't give a damn. Say it.
No, but people who isn't talking about reparations, we shouldn't even be entertaining that shit. Because anybody who isn't trying to pay us for our over 250 years of in captivity, we shouldn't even be entertaining that. We shouldn't even be falling victim towards it, except providing our own democracy, providing our own resources, looking for a way out. Because whether we know it or not, we are enslaved. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you sleep in a big house, regardless if you sleep in the quarters, we are still enslaved because we under their rules, we under their command, we under their thumb.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody this because whether if you got like a stack in your pocket or jewelry and this and that, like what would happen if everything got turned off today? Like the lights, the water, the food, and this and that. Like, what
I'm
are you
gonna tell you,
gonna
I don't know how to
do?
survive by my with that. So I need to meet somebody that could teach me how to go out there and survive out there in the woods and hunt me some stuff, hunt and gather, because I don't know.
But it's in us already. It's in our instincts because it's in our nature to do that. We gonna survive. I mean, we survive a little bit of everything. Any type of um situation that ever took place, we always overcame. You know what I'm saying? We have built civilizations and stuff like that. So we gonna be okay. It's just everybody else who's, making fun of Black Americans, saying that we don't have no damn culture and all this other stuff when we are the most copied, we are the most emulated race on the planet.
Listen, I went to the what was it
Mhm,
yesterday? The day before yesterday, I went to the
mhm.
mall. I seen a Mexican girl with the biggest lips, like bigger than mine, with the fattest booty and the biggest breasts and the fattest hips. And I'm just looking at her. And I was
Woo!
sitting there and I'm on the phone with one of my Mexican homies. Like, like down here, I have a lot of Mexican friends.
Mhm,
So I'm like, you know what's funny about non-black women?
mhm.
Like, a lot of non-black women can't stand black women, but y'all take everything from us. Y'all want our fat booties, y'all want our big lips, y'all want our high cheekbones, but it's all cool until it's time to be black. Nobody wants to be black until it's time to be black.
The-
And that irritates my life. Like, I love being black and beautiful. You wanna know why? Because I can produce all different colors of color.
mhm.
My skin don't burn when it's beaming 150 degrees out here in Texas. uh I could go from different shades of color and I still look good. I could wear natural curly, my real hair and it still look good. The boot, I mean, I don't got no fat booty or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like who don't want to embrace being a black woman, bro? You know how powerful and beautiful and dominant that you are? Like everybody, like look how much we can do with our hair. Like we can wear all different types of hair and we still look good. Like we don't have to wash our hair every single day. We don't burn and our skin don't peel and we the only race that can create different colors of color. Like
Yeah.
why don't you love who you are? I love it here. Like I just don't like the fact that we're so ignorant to where we can't come together with our men and we won't be in alignment with each other to where we divide it and we go back and forth and we like, cause I got my own bag and I don't need a nigga for this and that. Like that's so stupid and ignorant. We was not created to be by ourselves. Come on now, like y'all gotta stop this. I ain't never heard no white woman, Latina, Asian, Indian, Arab, whatever say, I don't need no man to help me take care of my kids. I can do it by myself. I never heard another race say no stupid, ignorant mess like that. I get my own back because I need to get my, like when I see girls like that, I be like, I just want to punch her in her throat. Cause you so damaged. Like,
Yeah.
go get some help.
Yeah. It all comes from hurt. You know what I'm saying? And with me, just as man, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real man. I may not fit everybody's qualifications, but that don't take away the fact that still a man. Cause
It's
I'm
ignorant.
cause I take care of myself. I pay all my bills by myself. And they always want to say, "Oh, if you broke, just say that." Yes, bitch, I'm broke because I'm motherfucking trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? It's hard.
You're
You know what I'm
not
saying?
broke. You're being
No,
responsible.
but they don't know the difference because they don't have to pay bills. And then if they do pay bills, they looking forward to finessing somebody. And if you knew the value, if people knew the value of a dollar, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't make that much, but it takes me like an hour and some change to make $20 in that shift. You know what I'm saying? Because I get taxed because I don't have kids, so I get taxed a lot.
Right.
Not only that, I got benefits. I got 401k and the stuff that I spend in the cafeteria or recreational and stuff. Like I take home what I take home, but it just be so frustrating that we're a slave auction. You know what I'm saying? And like it just be like, how much is he worth? Don't matter how I treat you, but what can I do for you?
Hey, people need to read the Willie Lynch letter.
Yeah, because the motherfuckers is proving him right, and this motherfucker
Read
been
the
dead.
Willie Lynch letter. When y'all start want to be like, oh, I'm gonna have all my kids and I don't want the man. Why is it only the black men that can't be in the household? I ain't never heard no white man say, "Oh, I can't be in the household because my kid's mother gets child support and food stamps and Medicaid." It's always black people. Like that is so stupid. Like what? It's like being down here, man. It's so crazy because like I have met Hispanic men that are successful that have like like construction companies and stuff, and they'll
Mhm.
talk about how they have to pay child support, but they pay child support out their pocket. Like, yeah, I got to give her like $5,000 a month, and my kids call and they want A, B, and C, and the moms ain't getting food stamps and getting and getting Medicaid and all that. They on their daddy insurance and he cashing out. But it be us like and I don't want no nigga because I'm about to keep having all these babies and I'm finna get all these bands during income tax season or whatever. And like it's so stupid. Bro, this stuff like it be like literally giving me a headache. And you know what? That's why I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch. I don't be on. I don't sit up and be on the internet. If I do, you might see me post something because I'm trying to do something productive with my time. I'm trying to enhance my body. I'm trying to speak something encouraging to somebody, inspire somebody. Like when I go through Facebook or social media, I just fling through people's stuff. I don't even be reading stuff. Like it's so depressing and it's so sad and it's like tiring. And I be like, ugh. Like when I get off here with you,
Yeah.
I'm about to deactivate my Facebook app again. And I probably usually, I might just, the only time you really see me is I'm posting stuff. I may get on there, I'll be always feeling good and post something on Facebook, but I just don't be in tune with it. It's like I'm so disconnected. Like it's sickening.
Oh, trust me. I'll be wanting to just disperse myself, but I can't because I need this to
Right.
for my
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
But you are inspiring. You are impacting somebody's life. You're not trying. You're doing it right now. And even I had to get that out my vocabulary because I'm a walking testament every day just by the work that I produce. Because everybody just who gets on here, who gets on the camera and they just be belligerent and they misbehave, but everybody can be intellectual and just really speak their mind and use critical thinking skills. And it's a gift. It's a talent to be able to sit and have like an hour conversation with certain people. But you are unique. You are amazing. You know what I'm saying? Take ownership of that because I take ownership of my hard work. I don't care if it is offend people, and only a black man goes through confident threats. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're confident, they say, "Oh, you cocky or you arrogant." When you know who you are,
Right.
it makes people uncomfortable.
You
And I'm
sure
just like,
do.
"Why you? Why
Know
you
who you are
mad?"
and love who you are.
Yeah, because we are programmed at a young age, just like when we used to sit in front of the TV and they had the dial test. You know, they had the white dial first and stuff like that. And they're like, no, I want that dial. Are you sure you want the what black dial? You don't want this dial? I'm like, God damn, you know what
Hey,
I'm
you want to
saying?
know something? For real, that's crazy because you want to know something? I promise you, that happened to me. I was young, right? And I used to be around my auntie and my uncle, and they was like middle class, and they
Oh
lived in like
shit.
a upscale neighborhood. And when my auntie told me this, she said when I was a little girl that they would buy me dolls, and they bought me a black doll, and I cried and I screamed because I was scared of it. And I'm like, what? They said I was scared of the black doll. And I did not think like what? So it really made me think because you want to know something? When I was younger, I don't consider myself light skinned. Like I'm like a brown tone, right?
Hmm.
But my auntie and her children and her husband, they like we are probably the same color and some of them a little lighter. But
Hmm.
they lived in a middle class area, more upscale. So the company that they kept was like white people and
Hmm.
all light toned, you know, black women and men.
Okay.
So when I seen a dark Barbie doll or dark anything when I was younger, I was scared. And then you want to know something else? When I was in high school and junior high school, it was always dark skinned females that wanted to bully me, and I never understood why. Like, why do y'all always want to bully me? So growing up, I did not like dark skinned black females. I hated them because I felt like they were bullies because they wanted to like always want to pick on me and want to pull my hair and they want to fight me so they could scratch at my face because they was ugly and black and they was ghetto and they was bald head. Like that's so crazy, but that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah. It is funny because a lot of the um, situations I go through is with a lot of people who are dark skinned, and I don't, like I said, I love my people and this and that because we all have it the hardest. We all face the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all go through being profiled, but it just be the hate amongst ourselves that's the problem. Because
Hmm.
because as a because just as a black person alone, we have to survive two different worlds, and whites, Mexicans, they have to survive in one because they are pretty much like in the Caucasian unification. They did Caucasian acceptance. But us, it's just everybody go at us. And I realized that in order for us to get better and to improve and this and that, it's gonna be some black people that we gonna have to get rid of, or they can't come along for the ride because they're the ones are contributing to what's happening amongst us. They are the ones who sit back, don't do anything. Like the only time we come together is when a white police officer kill one of us. That's the only time
And
we
y'all
come
kill each
together.
other every
Yeah,
day.
and we kill each other every day. Because while doing the show, I had gotten so many death threats from black
Really?
people. Yes, I had gotten criticized by black people. I had got my reputation. It's gangs of people that go against me, and they
That's
all black.
crazy.
They all the same color as me, and I'm not scared. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I go through it because that's what leaders have to go through. And I sit back and think about how Malcolm X, the stuff he was going through, and a lot of people don't talk about that. Is that yes, it was the government, yes, it was the establishment and this and that, but it was black men that put bullets in Malcolm X. It was nobody else. It was a black man that helped set up Dr. King. It was a black man that set up Fred Hampton.
All for the almighty dollar with the slave master on
It's,
it.
exactly. And people and people won't and look out for self. And I'm not wrong. Well, there's nothing wrong with taking care of your family and providing shelter and all this other stuff, generational wealth. But when you go against your own brother, when you go against your own to do it, then you despicable. You know what I'm saying? But people will look past that type of individual because they got a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? I stand for justice. I stand for people who have paved the way for me, because all this that our ancestors have to go through, that people take for granted every day, just the little things like we can DoorDash, we can Grubhub, we can Uber Eats and this and that. You couldn't even sit in front of a lunch counter and stuff like that back in them
I think
days. And
I probably would have been a dead Negro. You want to know why? I think I would have been dead. You want to know why? Because I just don't think I could live like that. I think
no,
they probably would have shot me dead. Cause I
no,
don't. I don't know. I can't really say, but just me thinking about how I am right now. I'm like real hard headed. I don't think that I can allow somebody to have that much power over me. Like I probably would have been dead. I would have been better off because never.
no, you wouldn't have been shot dead because
Yes,
it's
I
a lot.
would have. Cause
No,
I
no,
can't be
listen,
controlled.
no, listen. It was a lot of us that fought back. Look up Gloria Richardson. I'm gonna do an episode on her, but she was one of the people who fought back in Albany, Georgia, and stuff like that. Like she was nothing to be played with. And it's a famous picture where like a National Guard got his baton at her, and
Mhm.
she grabbed it and she moved it away with a disgusted face. But Gloria Richardson was nothing to play with, and women like Angela Davis, even Tupac's mama, they were nothing to play with.
Was that
So we,
part of the Black Panther movement?
yeah, and a lot
Yeah,
of
them.
people,
Mhm.
and a lot of women, because people just get misconstrued with the movies and the TV shows that they made, showing us getting our brains beat in and all this other stuff, blown up, going to jail and this and that. There's a lot of people that want taking that mess, and I'm here to display that with my platform, because it's even adults who still believe the lies, who still believe the programming, and I'm not the dude to continue that as a historian. My job is to inform us and let people know that we did fall back because it was a group of deacons of defense who took on the Klan and won in the South, in Bogalusa, Louisiana. So I'm one of those people who's not for the bullshit and that's going to bring the truth out. And I just want people to just, you know, pray for me, because it's hard being a man with integrity while everybody's looking for clout, everybody trying to be popular, trying to get the popularity that they ain't getting in high school. So I just be wanting people to pray for me and stand by me, because I bring the real. I ain't trying to break any more families that hasn't been broken up yet. We got too many of that. Everybody wants to have like their struggle, men, women want to prove how much they struggle, or you want to understand me and this and that. It's not each other's job to understand. It's our jobs to compromise and work together, love each other. You know what I'm saying? Because we are one.
But
Because
if you ain't ever been taught that, then
yeah,
and a lot of people don't know what love is. They still searching it.
but yeah, it's their responsibility to figure it out, because nobody has to teach you anything when you're an adult. it's your job to seek. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to seek a lot of this stuff that I know, just because I,
Everybody not like, some people just content. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
yeah,
feel like for me, the I feel like it, like I'm not gonna say I've never been like conscious about a lot of things, or I've never desired to have better or want more for myself. But I can honestly say that this last, I'll say last year, I've been intentional about myself and a lot of things, and just like wanted to be healed and more awareness and of life, myself, and things that I've been through and other people. And I can honestly say it really took for me to want to seek professional help, like seek therapy. And so many people are like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't need no therapist. I ain't crazy. Just because you go see a therapist, don't, everybody got a little crazy in them. But just because you go seek a therapist doesn't necessarily mean that you're crazy, bro. It's just some ways of life that we were taught that was not healthy.
mm-hmm,
And it was, and it's just basically like uprooting a lot of those bad behaviors and boundaries and stuff that was like not healthy for us, and it didn't create a good lifestyle for us. So then we came up on a lot of stumbling blocks, and we was hindered from a lot of things based on how we were taught to do things. And everything that your mommy and daddy teach you, women and men, is not right. Cause your mama and your daddy didn't know, and they was wrong too. And it's
yeah,
okay to admit that. My mama probably taught me this. My daddy probably wasn't there, and I learned this, and that from the streets. A lot of those ways that we were taught is not right, and people take that and they allow that to follow them throughout their life, and they be jacked up, and they sad. And it is like, it took for me to really like seek a therapist and stuff, and like talk to him about some really in-depth things to try to get to know myself and be intentional with myself and uproot a lot of unhealthy ways of learning for myself. And I can say, like, I'm thankful for that. Like, getting to know me on a deeper level, dating me, restoring me, rebuilding me, replenishing me, nourishing me is the best thing that I could ever ask for. And a lot of people don't want to put in that time, but I'm putting it in every day. Every day. It ain't 5, 6 months. It's daily for the rest of my days. I don't know.
yeah,
It's just like it's. I don't know. It's crazy, but we just lack a lot of resources and a lot of knowledge we don't know, and things have been hidden from us, and it's just like it's destroying us. Like, and if I can touch, I don't care. It could be no people listening to this live. It could be 5,000 people listening to the live, and probably only one person can get the message. That's all I care about. I don't care about 5,000. I care about the one out of the 5,000.
oh, no doubt. And even though they're not listening or they're not here, they heard you subconsciously.
It's like
So,
people, like, they be so in tune with negative stuff. Like, if you was to create a podcast, talk about some
yeah,
like sex and violence, money and all that is entertainment.
yeah,
Anything that got anything to do with healing, inspiring somebody, educate somebody on growth, uh God.
yeah,
Nobody wanna hear that. That's boring. I don't want to hear about nobody talk about no God. But
yeah,
y'all all lost and dead. Like, come on now.
yeah. And that's fine because you're not supposed to be for everybody anyway. That's why everybody has their own separate audience. Because I named my mixtape that's coming out, support versus surveillance and stuff like that. So the support is minimal, but the surveillance is heavy.
Yeah.
So that's why I did that. I did it like that because I realized that they're gonna be watching 90%, 5% hating, and 5% supporting. But it's all good because it ain't stopping me from doing what I need to do. And
And
I just want to,
I applaud you for that.
yeah,
Like, for real. Like,
yeah,
you
because
don't even understand. I don't be always be on social media, but when I do see, I be having this type of William Brown, and I have to look at your shows and stuff, and like some of your stuff be interesting, and then like I be sitting there, I be watching some of the stuff, and I be like, listen to the conversations. I'm like, I be talking to myself like, girl, you gone, or really, but then they be like, you know what? But it's interesting. I mean, I applaud you. I give you praise. Like you doing a good thing, and I
Thank you.
don't know, like it's great. It's inspiring, and it's something different. And you young, you living your life. You trying to reach people the best way you know how, and I don't know. It's just great. I like to see that. Like I love it.
And that be making me all blush and
No,
stuff.
for
I'm just playing.
I do.
No,
You know what I'm
but
saying? Like I do. I love to see like you're just like when you first reached out to me, you like what you want to talk about? I'm like we can talk about everything, like whatever. Like I'm flowing off you. Like
uh,
you can't always just have like open dialogue with somebody and like it just like flow like naturally. Like whatever you want to talk about, I'm with it. I'm with the program. I'm adaptable. I can adapt to any environment that I'm in.
no doubt, me too. And it just nowadays people don't take time to have these type of conversations or commentary. It just be wham, bam, and zam, and that's it. But you gotta really take time out to engage in dialogue and sometimes dialect. And I'm grateful to be able to possess this because we really need to learn amongst ourselves and not just be so open with what we talk about because everybody looks at our posts from all over the world and they see such a low vibrational post or this and that, and they be like, damn, I don't want to be black because look how they act, look how they treat each other. I'm glad I'm white. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Susie ain't saying she don't need me. You know what I'm saying? I'm valuable. I'm appreciative. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's why I be very cognizant of what I post, what I share, because I don't want to throw my people under the bus, but they be throwing themselves under the bus. Like a lot of them is touching the motor or touching the the muffler. You know what I'm saying? So we have to just be very patient with one another and just really realize that everybody wakes up at different times and I had to learn that myself that everybody isn't going to understand it. They ain't gonna get it, but
It's like speaking a foreign language.
oh, no doubt, no doubt, because they haven't really experienced what you and I experienced,
Mm.
because it's still taboo to them, because they feel like, well, I lost a friend, I lost a cousin, I lost this person, but you haven't lost a parent or sibling or a child yet.
Hmm.
You don't know how much that alter your entire life, you, the people around you,
Hmm.
because it's just you never get over that, and I don't know. It's
You can't, but you get better
yeah,
with time.
oh yeah, because I was I used to feel so empty, you know what I'm saying, when that happened, but now I feel fulfilled. I feel fulfilled because I got the worst part out the way, so nothing can really affect me, nothing can really hurt me, nothing can really get to me because I experienced the worst heartbreak in my life at
Right.
this point. Now, when my mama, my sister, um, I would know what to do and I would have an outlet now. But I embrace those feelings. I embrace that type of vulnerability.
Right.
I don't hide my vulnerability no more. And I just think that that's what's wrong with society because everybody want to be tough. Everybody needs to be strong. Everybody needs to hide their sensitivity in their emotions
Man, you know what?
and
When
shit.
people would, you know what used to irritate me when I when I experienced my loss, people be like, "Oh, you're so strong." I don't want to be strong. I
Yeah,
hate when people say you so strong, you can handle it, you was built for this. No, no, I wasn't. No, I don't. No. I mean, yes, in life we go through challenges. Yes, we are equipped to face certain challenges in our life, and we learn how to adapt to it, and we adjust and we grow from it. But
hmm
I'm not always strong. Sometimes I have weak moments. Sometimes I cry. I break down in the middle of the night. Sometimes I get on my knees and I be praying. Sometimes I'm screaming. Sometimes I'm enraged. Like, people just be thinking like, oh, well, I'm strong. I can handle this. No, you're not. Like, stop bombarding your feelings. Stop suppressing things. And that's really bad. That's not healthy.
yeah,
So I don't know. It's just like, I hate that people always have to tell us like, "Oh, you just be strong. You can handle it." Like,
man, they have no
find something
idea.
else to say. Somebody lose a mom or a dad or a kid. Oh, you're strong. You're so strong. What? Like, are
Yeah,
you kidding me? You so strong. You can handle this, girl. I admire your strength. No, the hell you don't. You don't know what the heck people be getting. You don't know where people are mentally and physically and emotionally. Like, bro, people sit up here and they be depressed. Like, they get on Facebook and these social media sites, and everybody think everything just be so perfect because you just look like you. No, folks be out here in darkness and being mentally tormented, having restless nights, tossing and turning, can't sleep, out here crying to God and whoever else you believe in. Then sometimes you don't believe in nothing. Like, nobody want to be strong all the time. Like, choose something else to say. Oh, you so strong. No, I'm not strong. Oh, I
yeah,
thought you just wanted to be alone. I didn't want to bother you. No, bother me. Like,
yes. Please
I
do.
just want to give you some space. Don't give people space. You care about somebody, you know they hurting. Help them. Like, okay, I didn't answer my phone. Come knock on my door and just come up in my house and just lay on the couch with me with your throw and we just watch movies. You don't gotta say nothing. But people so ignorant to like, oh my goodness. Like, I'm gonna say during my journey of grief, I have lost people. I ain't gained no friends. Friends where? Everybody left and disappeared.
hmm
Oh, I just thought you wanted some time to yourself. If I lose somebody in my life, what in your right brain think make you think that I want to be by myself? I mean, yes, naturally, we're so numb that you don't want people to be around you. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's not good to be alone. Like, sometimes you need to break down and you need to break down to your knees and scream, and somebody can hold you and just rub your back. You don't have to have words. Like, I don't know. Like, people always be like me, well, you got home, where you and your homegirls? You ain't doing nothing this weekend? No, I don't have homegirls anymore. Because you want to know what? Most of my friends disappeared when I lost my brother.
hmm
I don't have the people that I gravitated more towards was my family. I ain't gravitate, and the people that I go to church with, and the people who encouraged me to go to grief therapy, and the people who encouraged me to go to counseling. Those are the people I gravitated to. People who can really sit on the phone and pray for me, not saying, "Oh, praying for you." No, where I sit on the phone with them and I'm crying, and they actually praying to the Lord above for me because I'm up here damaged and I'm broke.
Yeah,
Like, you really know who the people is in your life. You really get to see who there for you when you go through the most darkest moments of your life. And everybody is not your freaking friend. Everybody ain't your bro. Everybody ain't your sis. Social
no,
media don't give a fuck about people. And excuse my French, because I swear I be trying not to cuss, but this stuff be pissing me off. Because everybody want to tag somebody and they want to comment on something because they want to be a part of something. But people don't give a damn about your loss.
no. And then they just be very oblivious to it because I didn't get the opportunity to go through the normal process and forgive. me if I begin to get
No,
emotional.
you free with me because we on the same beat. Trust me. Take your time because I get it.
You know, it's just like, being like so young and having to go through just watching my family get destroyed, and it was like nothing that I could do about it. And my big brother, he may not have been popular or well known in Saginaw and this and that. How everybody else who is popular and their sibling is popular and they get all the support, they get all the recognition and this and that. I just remember just getting that phone call, and I just remember like having like the biggest chest pain that I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't even breathe. And I just was very because Facebook knew before I knew.
And they put that shit on there.
Yeah.
Like, don't even respect people' families no more. Oh, so and so, it's a body over here. Oh, so and so, y'all check on y'all people. They so ignorant and stupid. And then when something happens to one of their people, they want everybody to respect them and they want to be secretive and quiet. Oh, don't post this. I don't want nobody to know this happened to my person. I don't want nobody to know how you look after this incident happened to you. But y'all be the main ones posting something about somebody else's loved ones. But you want people to respect what you got going on when it happened to you. Like, people so insensitive.
Exactly. They selfish and insensitive, and just for anybody to tell you to get over something, and you have to watch your mother bury her child and try to cross-examine you and try to say like you making excuses over this. Like, no, nigga, this is my life. This is my reality. And for you to sit here and just to tell me how to feel about something that you never experienced, you you an asshole. You evil. Because anybody who haven't experienced that, who has their original family, and like I always say, a blessing is that. It's to have your original family that you grew up with. People just think that money is everything and cars, um, wealth, and this and that. The real wealth is having your own family, like having like your mom, having your dad, having your siblings, having your kids, and this and that. That's healthy. That's still here, because nobody is replaceable. Because we people can mimic us or people can imitate us, but we are original. We are authentic beings, and and, and it's just tough when you look like the person that's no longer here. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to take any pictures for years. A lot of times, like when I would brush my teeth, I would wash my face. I would have to open up my medicine
So
mirror
you,
because I didn't want to look at my reflection because I would cry when I did that. And when I posted like a picture, because I got this family picture, the only family picture we took when I was 2 years old, and people thought my older brother was me. That's how much we looked alike. That's how much we favor. And the more I get older, I look just like my brother. And it's just like hurtful. You know what I'm saying? It's painful, but I accept it. I can't change it, but it's just kind of like I have to be reminded. Just he's
every
not
day.
here every
Mm-hmm.
day. It's torture, and not only that, you still have to, get up out of bed, go to work, feed yourself, provide for yourself, pay your bills, and try to keep a smile despite how you feeling inside, and going through just being jealous, being vilified, being this, being accused, being just ostracized by your own people.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. You know what I'm saying? And people wonder why there's so much suicide in our communities, because it's like the person that's causing or living a lie, they are glorified, they are loved, they are respected, while the people that actually trying to make a difference, make a change, and they always say that the good die young. No, the good gets murdered, the good gets assassinated, taken out because they care too much. And when they care too much, you become a threat. Oh, this person has influence. Oh, this person got this amount of followers. Or this person got this much influence. So first, let's use his people to destroy him or her or that kid. And it always starts with assumptions because they just think because we're strong, that we live good lives, that nothing gets to us, nothing affects us. We ain't been through nothing. I've been through hell. It was a time that I used to pray to God, don't wake me up in the morning because I'm sick. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted of being everybody else airport with so much baggage in it. They don't even think about my baggage claim. They don't think about my problems, my demons, what I'm facing, or my insecurities. It's always about, hey, bro, you got some money? Oh, bro, what you doing, man? I'm finna pull up. I have so many people that uses me. I have so many people that need my help. So many people that I have helped, and they all turned on me. They all became an enemy. And yes, I'm difficult at times because I've been through some difficult shit. It was times after the funeral and stuff like that, my own siblings abandoned me. My own siblings, I ain't talked to my siblings in years after that. So I had to deal with that on my own and had to help my mama out. You know what I'm saying? I had to hear her cry herself to sleep. I had to hear my daddy cry himself to sleep because that was the first time any of us went through that stuff. But as a man, the only man left in my family, I was still there for everybody. And I'm still there for everybody. I'm there for kids that's not even biologically mine. We have the same DNA. I'm talking about my nieces and my nephew and my god kid, but I'm there for them on days. And you can relate as a mother and stuff like that when you don't feel like doing anything, when you discouraged, when you beaten, you broken, but you still have a job to do. You still have to be responsible for somebody. And me as an uncle, I took that seriously. I may not be the perfect uncle or, vice versa, but I do my best because my nieces and stuff, they look up to me. They think I'm a Superman and stuff. And they didn't have no idea what I was going through until they watched my episodes. And they was like, Uncle Will, why couldn't you just tell us what was going on? I'm like, you was 8 years old at the time. That'd be toxic to tell a kid like you got problems and I'm self-destructing and this and that. No, I'll let you be a kid. But
that's good.
but I became so fearless because now it's like I didn't go through all that for nothing. So it's either sink or swim. And I'm swimming. I'm swimming in in a nice large body of water. And I control the own current. Instead of my ship being shipwrecked, my ship is floating because there's sharks, there's crocodiles, but there's also dolphins, mermaids, and all that other stuff. But I do believe that one day I am going to get to the shore,
You are.
and it's all good, And but I just want people to realize just how real that this gets, because everybody wasn't strong like us, or resilient, or patient like us, and it just be so much judgment when someone take their lives. And I used to be those type of people like, man, that's a weak person. They're not weak. You just never know, yeah, what they've been through or how many times they called out for help and no one showed up. And when you're dead, that's when you get all the love. It seems like you get all the love. You get like, oh, that's what they was trying to say, or that's what they was trying to tell us, but we didn't get it. All you had to do was listen. Now they gone. But I just don't like that. Like, if you hate me after I'm gone. Don't be trying to like fake fuck with me and all that, and I'm unable to defend myself. That's fake.
Right.
Like, if you hate me, keep that same energy. Now, if you love me, I will always be forever indebted to you, even in the spiritual realm and all that other stuff. But no, I just don't like that when a person dies. It just, they get all the love. Everybody, buy their clothing. Like Nipsey wasn't even like the man like that until he died. Like, we have a fixation on death, or when someone gets murdered,
It's
or
a norm.
it's
Like, oh, y'all, let's go get a blue
crazy.
release. Let's pop bottles.
Oh,
Like,
y'all fucked the city up with this one. I was like, shit, huh?
that's so stupid and ignorant. Like, I hate
Yeah,
the passion.
but
But you
I,
know what? To each his own.
yeah, but
Everybody
if
celebrate their grief in a different way. But
yeah, but I just want to be remembered as somebody who who made an attempt to try to help individuals, and don't make me out to be no angel, because I wasn't no angel.
I'm an angel.
I mean, some days I was
I
on,
swear.
but some days I was on angel time, and some days I was on demon time. But at the end of the day, I was just a man. You know what I'm saying? A man who just try to strive for greatness and strive for just understanding, and just also who did remarkable things. But I just want to be able to just make a contribution to the world.
Well, you are doing that.
And you are too. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed this. It don't even seem like it's been 2 hours.
It
But
has been. Oh my god.
yes,
Well, you know what?
yes.
I feel good. I feel like I'm gonna sleep good today. Today, I had a great day. So even like this being the icing on the cake, I feel great for real.
Yeah, don't thank God for them youngsters, because they prepared you for this
They sure did.
interview
Look,
and stuff.
TT would have been
Episode.
locked in a bed.
Yeah,
And
me
it's
too.
Friday,
Me too.
and it's live action in Texas all the time. But you want to know something? Not for me. I'm going to sleep.
Oh shoot, me too. Well, I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm gonna watch Forensic Files tonight. That's what I do. That's my thing. So,
I got a couple
but
books I need to read before I go to sleep because I didn't do no reading today. But
oh yeah, I'm gonna put you on to some things. Cause I had just finished the book of Enoch. You ever heard of
the Book of
it?
Enoch,
Yeah,
I think I heard of that before.
yeah. It's one of the chapters in the Bible that was taken out, and also it explained a lot about extraterrestrials and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's really a lot of things, and then the Maccabees too, and that's why like a lot of the paintings, like Christopher Columbus and all these particular explorers who were whitewashed, because it explains all of that and stuff.
Mm.
But it really just give us the true description of the original people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna send you some stuff, to check out, and I'm still gonna get you that book too. I ain't forget. So
What book?
that I owed you.
You owe me a book?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well, I do. I don't forget anything,
Oh,
cause
oh, I do remember. I remember. I remember. I remember.
yeah, cause I'm sober, so I remember everything.
Hey, look, I'm sober too. I've been drinking water. My cup is dry right now, but
Yeah, but I got you though. Gonna make sure that I get that. But don't even worry about you being late. I'm glad it happened like this, because we was able to just wind down and be on the
yeah.
same frequency. But you good. I'm gonna let you go. because I'm starving.
It's
But
okay.
but it was great to have you on the show, and
And it was good being on the show as always.
always. So you have yourself a good night,
You
and
too. Thank you. I love you so much.
all right, love you too. All right,
See you later. Bye bye.
bye.